Hey there, I'm Julia Jordan, and I'm a real estate investor since I'm 21. I'm 44 now. My first start was an apartment back in Germany. I did not appreciate paying rent. I felt it was like burning your money in the chimney. So I bought a little apartment, lived in it myself. At one point I rented out. It's not so much fun in Germany because of renters protection. It is easier to be a landlord in Texas. 9 years ago, oh wait a second, in the meantime I bought an old villa and I made it a hotel. I rented it out. That's how I got my hands on the money that helped us immigrate to the US. And then once we established credit score here, or I established a credit score here and some kind of history, the ball really started rolling. We had to move for job reasons, and like Melissa, a little bit similar, we left the former house behind and moved and were able to keep the former house and rent it out. Figured out the agent did not take good care for it, so I became an agent to just protect my properties, to make sure good people are living in my houses. And from then it just built up. At one point we started not leaving those houses behind anymore, but to acquire just for renting purpose. And right now we're with 12 homes. For the next 4 years my goal is to grow up to 50. Once you have cash flow and real estate income and all of that, debt to income ratio taken care of, it spins faster and faster and gets easier and easier to acquire. So right now, if anyone knows of you, of ugly houses, how I call them, something not so pretty, green walls, leaking roofs, roaches, I don't care, but I take care of it. And then after I'm done with her, she's beautiful again. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing. I did BRRRR a lot, BRRRR strategy, if some of you heard about, regular financing. Yeah, and it's just my passion. I just love real estate. Yeah. In my opinion, to real estate is you need to have help to lose money in real estate. So if you buy new or old, whichever quality over, if you look at the charts of the last 50 years, everything in real estate just goes up. So I believe it's very hard to really lose big money. You need help to be stupid enough. I personally, you ask what kind of houses I buy. I love single family. I love the appreciation of it. I love that it holds the value. I love that the market, to me at least, is predictable. And I love that I do not need employees. Let's say I have an apartment complex, I would need to have people to run the show. I've been an employer before. In Germany, I very much enjoy to just do my own little fun part and investing and not be responsible for other people and keep them in check and become an employer. So if you sell a property or if you keep a property was the question. And it is weighing out what is smarter for your specific situation. If you have a flip and you created equity, let's say you buy it for 200, you put 40 added, so you're all in at 240, and you could sell it for 300. At that moment, after expenses, you make 60 minus some selling expenses. If you need that money, go for it. At that point, of course, it is taxable income. If you have a well-paying job because you are working at Keller Williams and you're a successful real estate agent and it is just a sidekick or it is for long-term wealth, I would recommend you to try to hold it, because at that end for that purpose, it is actually what I like so much about it. When you buy them ugly and you blow some cash at it, let's say you fix it up for 40K, like I said, you can usually deduct your taxes by a quarter of that. So you pay $10,000 less taxes. So that's what I like when you are a successful agent or whatever you're doing in your day job. Or let's say your husband, your wife, your spouse has a very good income and you get taxed together. You decided for that. It's a very good way to get your taxes down while accumulating properties, long-term wealth, appreciation, the tenant pays down your mortgage, all those benefits plus tax benefits over the years, and you just let them pay off at the side by themselves. And then you kick in with BRRRR, with the BRRRR strategy. You put a refi on it and you get all your cash out, and on that money you get your hands on money. but you're not paying taxes on what you refi for. So that is much smarter, in my opinion, than selling in the long term. If you need the money right now, we're not that we're broke, but right now we're selling one because the market is just so tough, and we just put some cash in our pocket, but it's taxable income. So it's like the worst income that you want to have, right? So usually I don't appreciate that, and it makes us pay taxes. If I can avoid it, I don't do it. But right now we decided with this special one to do it. But in general, if you can buy, maybe put some money in if you like it. If you don't like it, don't do it. But if you're okay with that, put a contractor in, let them fix it up, use the depreciation and the expenses for your taxes, and then let the tenant and put it in a like new condition. That's what I do with mine. I touch everything, cabinets, everything has to go, countertops, all the appliances, and then those houses are good for a long time, good to go and hands off. So you can of course buy in cash if you have your own cash. What I see right now is more deals are popping up. So there's only so much cash that I have available. It doesn't matter how much it is, but if 4 deals at the same time pop up, right now I'm going after 2, and I consider putting them both into hard money where I have a certain amount of down payment. It's depending on the lender, and it is considered as cash in closing. And with my lender, I pay down 20%, what is still substantial, keeps the hard money lender safe and keeps the interest rate kind of low. It's still expensive, but it's better to not miss out on a future opportunity and have my cash ready as a down payment for another one. So with the cash I have available, I could buy, let's say, 1 in cash, or I could split it and buy 4 with hard money. Yes, I could pay for the money, but I could do a deal with almost none of my own money in the game, and I have the opportunity to multiply on 4 properties. Of course, there's more risk. Don't do that don't do it first time around, right? Always start super safe. But there are a million ways to get to your goal, and everybody should at least consider, think through, and be ready. Because when you try, like with our buyers, when you try to be ready, when the opportunity comes, you're missing out on the opportunity. If it comes around, call me. I grab the opportunity, give you a referral fee, and then next time I help you around to be ready so you don't lose out the next time. I have right now 2 under contract, and both, one about to be under contract hopefully today, and the second one under contract, and it's both from Keller Williams agents from this office, and it's just so sweet. And I even helped that agent back, and I'm like, your buyer was interested, I ran the numbers, this is what I would recommend you. So one hand washes the other. Everybody helps the other agent. I don't try to grab something, but if someone wants to help me, of course, fantastic. And we are like 340 people in this office, and he buys different things than I buy, and you buy different things. So hopefully we don't come from competition, but from, oh, hold on a second, I think I know someone who is ready to go and who knows what they want to buy. I do buy foreclosures, and I do get paid if I can. First of all, I want to cap with Keller Williams. Second, when you do this a lot and you refi one after the other, at one point, no matter how much you make and have a good income, you run into debt to income ratio issues. And so I need to show income, and just to cap, I put it, actually, if I can, I put it all through Keller Williams just to cap earlier. But it can be that you have an agent, sometimes, let's say it's a pocket listing in the office, some agents are like, no, actually I told you about the deal, so I brought the buyer, which is another agent, and I get the 6%. And it happened, and I said, I don't appreciate it so much, but the deal still made a whole lot of sense, and I didn't want to offend anyone, so I'm like, yes ma'am, and we did it. So depends on the deal, as long as it makes sense. One after the other, and you're excessive, often the lender requires 18 months in between, but the first 1, 2, 3, 4 homes around, you probably very much get away with 1 year each. But at one point, the lender is like, hold on a second, what are you doing here, right? My advice is everybody goes to the dentist once a year. Everybody should buy for financial hygiene a house each year. That sounds ridiculous and everybody laughs about it. And then they're like, hold on a second, and they think about it and they're like, actually, yeah, if I would be disciplined, I could do that. And with the burst strategy, you recycle your own money. So all of us, we are in so much business and we come across so many deals. We should always consider, like Gary Keller says, is this house for me?